Second day in Italy after the Albanian start. Stage 5 of the Giro D'Italia and the shortest road stage so far. 150 kilometres and one that would take the riders from Ceglie Messapica all the way up to the stunning city of Matera in one of Italy's lesser known regions in Basilicata. The Maglia Rosa, Mars Pedersen starting the day with just a 7-second lead over Primož Roglic, but on paper a stage that should favour him more than most. He'd been beaten in the sprint the day before. Could this be the day to win stage number 3 so far? A couple of intermediate sprints coming before the Red Bull kilometre. Again uphill this one. And then towards the end the stage gets lumpy. Matera, a living film set. Once described as the shame of Italy, now a jewel in the region's crown. 1,500 metres of climbing along the way. And at the start there wasn't much fight for a breakaway. Josué Epis of Arkea, young Italian rider on the French team, first-year professional, going with Lorenzo Milesi and Davide Bais, a former winner of a stage of the Giro D'Italia, up at Gran Sasso. So 3 Italians, and they were given a maximum gap of around 2.5 minutes, controlled well by one sole rider, Jacopo Mosca of Lidl Trek, already putting out the idea of what they were looking to do. The intermediate sprints were well contested. Epis winning the first. Behind, the remaining points mopped up really impressively by Mars Pedersen. Only 4 points available at this moment, but they all count towards the Maglia Ciclamino. He was in charge of that competition, by the way, despite the fact that the jersey was on the back of a competitor in the shape of Olav Koy. He was just looking after it. The gap at 2 minutes with 82 kilometres to go. The next sprint, and it was the same result. They weren't sharing it out, and they weren't all happy together. Epis taking it once more. More of a challenge this time for Mars Pedersen. Jensen Plowright looking to take it, but guess who took it on the line? So strong, the man in pink. Yet again, no points for Olav Koy. There was a moment on the road, thankfully nothing major doing in terms of injury for the 2 riders involved. Magli and Pinarello going down, and the gap at 1 minute heading to the Red Bull sprint. And well, you don't need me to explain exactly what happened. It was the same result. Milesi nowhere near, and Epis getting the better of Bais. Those who'd lost out decided to work over Epis, almost bullying him out of the breakaway. That was that for the young Italian. And the 2 up front managed to get the gap again over 2 minutes. It was just below that mark with 30 k's to go, going up Monte Scaglioso. And then it would be reduced as the pressure was on behind. Many of the thicker-legged sprinters deciding to let go, not able to hack the pace put on by Jay Vine. They included Sam Bennett and Koy. Others would hang on and fight their way back on over the top, though. And something was taken by the breakaway that wasn't belonging to Josué Epis. They were the king of the mountains points going to Milesi. Casper van Uden, stage winner on day 4, was being dropped as well. And the gap was just a minute at the top of the climb. UAE then started to take it up. You wondered what they might be planning. Was it a day for Isaac Del Toro or Juan Ayuso? The break was brought back with 13 kilometres to go. And then the GC teams started to fight for position. A couple of steep ramps in the final 3 kilometres were making it interesting, but yet again not involved. Wout van Aert still struggling. Primož Roglic came to the front at the start of the steepest of those ramps. He gave it a little nudge, just kept it strong out, and then Vacek controlled the rest. So impressive, the white jersey. The best young rider in the race, acting with an old, experienced head. The legs were there as well, as Mars Pedersen, his teammate, was just slipping and sliding going into the final 2 kilometres, but he was back where he needed to be as the race was in the last K. The steepest ramp's out of the way, but still going uphill to the line. A few more twists and turns. The bends were making it difficult too. Picnic Postonel were there with Poole and Bardet. But once more, Matthias Vacek doing the job of champions. Pidcock on the right as well, but it's the man in pink who goes. He's looking for a hat-trick. It's Mars Pedersen who's strong. He's staying strong. He put pen to paper on a new deal, but it's Mars Pedersen going all the way. Pidcock tries to get around. Pedersen still showing strength. It's Herculean this to the line. Mars Pedersen there, coming around on the far side though, making it a photo finish.
I won. You won. Sure? Yeah, they say. I think so. They say yes, but wait. Okay, confirm. Yes, confirm.
The photo finish didn't need too much examination. Pedersen the winner. Ciccone telling him so. And that was the big moment. Pedersen hanging on. Zambanini was coming around the far side, surprising everybody from Bahrain. He was there in second place with Pidcock in third. 3 wins in 5 days for Mars Pedersen. No Dane has won more in the history of professional cycling in terms of numbers of wins. On top of the podium again. What a Giro d'Italia it's proving to be for Lidl Trek. What an exceptional race for Mars Pedersen. 3 stage wins in 5 days, and with those bonus seconds at the end, he increases his lead in the overall general classification. Another day at the Giro d'Italia, more controlled this time. It's a long day at the Giro d'Italia on day 6. The longest stage of the race, in fact, on the way to Napoli. Into Campania, but through the hills. A couple of mountains to take on as well, in fact. Early intermediate sprints, Red Bull kilometre coming very late on indeed, in the final third of the stage. And into Napoli for yet another finish in the Bay of Naples. It's hilly at the start, flatter towards the end. You can watch it with us on TNT Sports.